People have begged the clergyman to stop, but he remains boastful, claiming that nothing will happen. And now to the news in full. According to Vanguard, tension is escalating in the Ozobo community of Burutu local government area, Delta State, following the demolition of the Osopele temple by members of the Great God Holy Tabernacle Ministry, a new generation church. The temple, a sacred site for worshippers of the Osopele deity, was destroyed by Prophet Tamarebi Owan and his congregation. This incident has caused significant unrest among the traditional worshippers in the community. Okay, so a prophet went to somebody's deity, where he worships his deity, to demolish it. Why? Is he a governor? Is he a government official? Why did you go and demolish somebody's deity? I don't understand. The demolition is not the first of its kind. Tinipre Indoni, the newly installed high priest of the Osuepele deity, confirmed that Prophet Onwan began his attacks on the temple as early as 2019. In that year, Onwan organized a crusade titled Jesus Ode and took advantage of the event to cut down a 150-year-old healing tree, which was a symbol of the Osuepele deity. That is looking for trouble. It's fine to preach your gospel, to preach, to be a Christian, and be like, these persons are idol worshippers. And you can go and preach to them rather than be destroying their stuff. If they give their life to Christ, they can demolish those things themselves. They can cut down those things themselves. It's not now that you'll not be using force and say that you're preaching the gospel. You're not going to cut down a tree. Now you're going to demolish their house. Are you okay? Everybody has what they believe in, and that is what they believe in. If you want to preach, this is not the way to go about it. If you want to preach for somebody to give their life to Christ, this is not how to go about it. At the time, the temple lacked leadership due to the absence of a chief priest, and no immediate action was taken. Owa repeated the same actions in 2022. However, the situation changed in 2024 when Indoni was ordained as the new high chief priest. On March 6, 2024, I was installed as the chief priest of Osopele, and I declared that we would not tolerate any form of religious intolerance. Indoni said, following his installation, Indoni and his followers sought to engage with the local community leaders, including the paramount ruler and the Community Development Committee (CDC) chairman, urging them to intervene and stop Owan from further invading the temple. Despite this effort, Prophet Owan returned to Ozobo in December 19, 2024 with another crusade. That means he doesn't even stay there. He doesn't even live in that community. He's looking for trouble. He came with another crusade during which he led his followers to destroy the Osopele temple once again. Indoni, while condemning the attack, chose to restrain his followers from retaliation. Fearing further violence, we have come out to seek justice and to ask whether there is freedom of religion and worship in Nigeria. Indoni stated, we will soon file a lawsuit to enforce our fundamental rights and seek damages for the destruction of our temple. Indoni also expressed frustration over the situation, saying people have begged the clergyman to stop, but he remains boastful, claiming that nothing will happen. And I really hope that something happens to him. I hope that he gets arrested. I hope that he faces the consequences of his action, because why? Why would you destroy somebody's house because the persons, they are traditional worshippers? Why would you do that? In his defense, Prophet Owan denied any personal vendetta against the traditional worshippers. I have no case with anyone. If idols or properties of a deity are destroyed, it is for the deity to fight for itself. Can you imagine? Owan argued, if the idols cannot fight for themselves, why should humans intervene? He further stated that he had destroyed the temple because the community had found that the idols no longer benefited anyone. This is not the first time I have destroyed the place. It has been happening over the years, he said. Owan, who is an indigenous of Ozobo, also questioned the legitimacy of the worshippers, asking, who authorized them to worship this deity? It belongs to the community, and the leadership of the community has the final say. The Ijaw Cultural Heritage Center, ICAC, a human rights organization, has called for immediate intervention from the Nigerian police force to prevent the situation from escalating into a full-blown religious conflict. Apostle Bodmas Kemet Pade, the chairman of ICAC, described the actions of Owen and his congregation as a violation of the fundamental rights of those so-called worshippers, and that's just what it is. You violated their rights. You violated their rights. How would you go and demolish their house, demolish their properties? No. You are just looking for trouble, because I'm sure it is not God that sent you to do that. It is not. This is a clear case of intimidation, harassment, and infringement on our rights to worship, Kemet Pade said. He urged the authorities to act swiftly, emphasizing that the situation must be handled carefully to avoid a larger interreligious crisis. We are doing our best to calm the tempers of our worshippers, but we need the police to step in before this escalates further, he added. They better step in, because I don't understand. Adibi Soja Folu says, the pastor is a fool. Yes. Which of the gods came down from heaven to fight when churches are burnt down in the north and other parts of the country? Which angel came to fight when Deborah was killed and burnt in Sokoto? He has 7 days from now, to Thursday 23rd January 2025, to rebuild the temple, or I will land in Ozobo. Okay now. Thomas Agele says, this man should please concentrate on his preaching, his gospel, and leave the people's deity for them. The provocation is uncalled for, very, very uncalled for. If you are going to preach to people to give their life to Christ, this is not how you go about it. Destroying their deity, destroying what they believe in. That's what they believe in. So if you want to change their mind, you have to persuade them. And it is not like this. It is not like this. You destroy their properties, you destroy their house, and you are claiming that you are preaching the gospel. Justin Eke says, if you destroy idol worshipping in the heart and the life of people, nobody will fight for shrine against you. Preach the gospel. When people turn to Christ, they will happily give up their idols for destruction. Exactly. When you preach to them and they give their life to Christ, they will do that thing that you are doing. They will do it by themselves. They are the ones that will surrender by themselves. They are the ones that will break those things by themselves. So I don't understand these routes that you are taking. Olushola Emmanuel says, Owen is very wrong. He has no right to do that. He has absolutely no right. Absolutely no right. Assis Imam says, the truth be told, this pastor is overstepping his boundaries. He is not overstepping. He has already overstepped his boundaries. So I hope that they do something about him. You weren't sent by the good God Almighty to go this land, bro. Yes, so it's not God that sent him this message. He sent himself. And this one is overzealous religious person. And that is just what it is. But Samuel says, thou shalt not serve other God before me. I am a jealous God. Is that now giving him the right to go and demolish their building? You don't do that. They're the ones that will do it themselves if you preach to them and they give their life to Christ. It's wrong. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.